Do you freeze every single time when it actually matters? When it's your moment to speak, you stay silent. When an opportunity shows up, you step back. Let's stop pretending and face the truth. No one is holding you back. There is no external enemy. The biggest enemy in your life is you. Yes, you. More specifically, your fear. The same fear that keeps you small. The same fear that keeps you average. The same fear that slowly builds a life full of regret. Now listen carefully. Today, either you destroy your fear or your fear will slowly destroy you. This is not motivation. This is truth. Raw, uncomfortable, but powerful truth. How do you break fear? How do you eliminate shame? How do you become fearless? Everything can change today, if you're actually ready. Chapter 1. What fear really is. First, understand one brutal truth. Fear is not real. Yes, you heard that right. It is not an actual danger. It's a story your mind creates. Your brain is a machine designed to imagine the worst-case scenario in every situation. Why? Because it's trying to protect you. But that same protection becomes your biggest limitation. Every time you try something new, every time you want to step forward, speak up, or take a big step, your brain activates and tries to stop you. It whispers, "What will people think? What if I fail? What if I mess up?" And that's where the game of fear begins. But listen carefully. These are not facts. These are assumptions. Have you ever actually checked? Have you ever gone and asked people what they really think? No. Because the truth is, most people are not thinking about you at all. Everyone is busy in their own life. Everyone is dealing with their own problems. But your mind creates an illusion that the whole world is watching you, judging you, analyzing you, and you believe it. That is your biggest mistake. Now let's talk about the second lie. What if I fail? That one sentence weakens you. Why? Because you start thinking about the result before taking action. You lose the battle before it even begins. You stop yourself before you even try. That's what fear does. It freezes you before action. It convinces you to play safe, to stay small, to avoid risk. But the truth is, playing safe is the biggest risk of all. Because when you don't take risks, you don't grow. When you don't speak, your voice dies. When you don't move forward, life leaves you behind. Your brain takes a small situation and turns it into a huge threat. You have to give a presentation. Your brain says everyone will laugh. You want to talk to someone. Your brain says you'll get rejected. You want to start something new? Your brain says you'll fail. But what's the reality? Nothing. No real danger, no attack, no disaster, just your imagination. And the most dangerous part is, you don't control this imagination. You believe it. You accept it as truth. And then you stop. You don't act. You don't speak. You don't try. Slowly, your identity becomes someone who always hesitates, someone who always fears. But listen, this is not who you truly are. This is just a habit, a mental pattern repeated so many times that it feels real. And anything that is learned can be unlearned. Fear is not a monster you need to fight. It's a signal telling you, there is growth here, there is opportunity here, there is something you've been avoiding. So the next time your mind tries to scare you, don't stop. Recognize that voice and tell yourself this is not real. This is just a story in my head. Then take action. Because fear only has power as long as you believe it. The moment you stop believing it, fear ends, and you begin. Chapter 2. How Fear Controls You. Fear doesn't destroy you instantly. It weakens you slowly, so slowly that you don't even notice. And one day, you realize you're not the person you could have been. Fear doesn't attack you directly. It controls your decisions. You think you're making choices, but in reality, fear is sitting behind every decision. Every time an opportunity comes, a voice appears. Leave it. It's not for you. Don't take the risk. Stay safe. Not the right time. And you believe it. You convince yourself it's a logical decision. But it's not logic. It's fear disguised as logic. The first trap, missing opportunities. You get chances to grow, to prove yourself, to do something new. But what do? You wait, you overthink, and then you let it go. You say, not now, later. But that later never comes. Slowly, your life becomes a list of missed chances. The second trap, avoiding risk. Fear locks you in your comfort zone. You keep doing what feels safe, what feels familiar, because there's no risk of failure there. But where there is no risk, there is no growth. The comfort zone is an invisible prison. It feels secure, but it keeps you stuck. The third trap, accepting an average life. This is the most dangerous one. Because here, you don't even complain. You settle. You tell yourself, this is fine, everyone lives like this. Why should I be different? Slowly, you shrink your dreams. You suppress your potential. You become what is easy, not what is possible. That is the biggest trap of fear. It doesn't make you fall. It makes you stop. It doesn't make you fail. It stops you from trying. And when you don't try, you never fail, but you never win either. The most dangerous part? Fear gives you comfort. A fake comfort where you feel safe, but deep inside, you know you were capable of more, and you never tried. That regret breaks you over time. The pain of failure is temporary, but the pain of, I wish I had tried, lasts a lifetime. So ask yourself, are you living under the control of fear? Are you making your decisions, or is your fear making them? Because until you take back control, you are not free. And the day you take control back, your life changes. But remember, fear doesn't disappear on its own. You have to break it. With every decision, with every action, every time you move forward despite fear, that's how you take your power back. That's how you start truly living. Chapter 3. The Truth About Shame. Shame is not reality. It's an illusion, a social illusion. You think people are watching you, judging you, noticing every mistake. But the truth? No one has that much time. Everyone is busy with their own life, their own problems, their own fears. People don't judge you as much as you think. They are too busy judging themselves. You are your biggest critic. You stop yourself. You doubt yourself. You make yourself small. And then you blame the world. When you're afraid to speak, it's not people you fear. It's your own self-judgment. When you're afraid to fail, it's not failure. It's your image breaking. That's how shame works. It doesn't come from outside. It grows inside you. Your mind creates a fake audience, an imaginary crowd watching and judging you. And you start living your life based on that illusion. Think about how crazy that is. You are living your life based on people who are not even thinking about you. Most people are focused on themselves. Even if someone judges you, it lasts a few seconds. Then they move on. But you keep replaying it in your mind, overthinking, analyzing, punishing yourself. Why? Because you made that moment bigger than it really was. Shame doesn't just stop you. It freezes you. You want to act, but you can't. You want to move, but you stay stuck. All because of one question. What will people think? Here's the truth. People can think whatever they want. It won't change your life. But if you stop because of fear, your entire life stops. So the real question is not what others think. It's what you think about yourself. If you see yourself as weak, everything will feel like judgment. If you see yourself as strong, judgment loses all power. The only way to destroy shame is to face it. Do what feels embarrassing. Move in the direction that scares you. At first, it will feel uncomfortable. But slowly, you'll realize Nothing happened. The world is the same. People are the same. But you have changed. So next time you feel shame, ask yourself, is this real or just a story in my head? Then act anyway. Because shame only exists as long as you believe it. The moment you stop believing, you are free. Chapter 4. The Rule to Destroy Fear. There is only one way to eliminate fear. Not motivation, not positive thinking, not waiting. Just one thing. Face it. Directly. Because the more you run from fear, the more it grows. The more it controls you. One day, you'll stop trying completely. Not because you failed, but because you never faced it. Every time you avoid fear, you send a signal to your brain. This is dangerous. And your brain strengthens that fear. It becomes deeper, stronger, until it becomes your identity. You start saying, I'm not confident, I can't speak, I can't take risks. But that's not who you are. That's just your repeated behavior. Now look at the other side. When you face fear, your heart races, your hands shake, your mind tells you to stop, but you do it anyway. And then you realize nothing happened. No disaster. No collapse. Just your illusion breaking. Every time you face fear, it becomes weaker, and you become stronger. That's the rule. Run from fear, it grows. Face fear, it shrinks. Simple, but not easy. Because your brain always wants safety. It will give you excuses, reasons, logic, anything to stop you. But behind that logic is still fear. So start small. Talk to one stranger. Speak in front of 2 people. Try something new. Step by step. Fear wasn't built in one day, so it won't disappear in one day. But every action weakens it. Every step frees you. Chapter 5. Action is power. Confidence doesn't come from thinking. You can think positively all day. Nothing changes. Confidence comes from action. Real confidence is built when you act despite fear. But you wait. You think you need confidence first. That's the biggest mistake. The truth is the opposite. Action first, confidence later. Start small. Talk to someone. Share your opinion. Take one step. Every small action sends a signal to your brain. I can do this. Slowly, your self-image changes. But if you do nothing, doubt grows, fear grows, confidence dies. Action is power, not knowledge, not planning, action. Because knowledge gives direction, but action gives results. And results build confidence. Chapter 6. Building a Fearless Mindset. Fearless people are not born. They are made. They don't have superpowers. They just think differently. They don't fear failure. They use it. They don't fear judgment. They ignore it. They don't chase comfort. They chase growth. Growth lives outside the comfort zone. If you want to become fearless, train your mind. Do uncomfortable things daily. Speak when you want to stay silent. Move when you want to stop. Take risks when you want to play safe. That's how you rewire your brain. Over time, your behavior changes. What once scared you becomes normal. What felt impossible becomes easy. Fearless is not a dream. It's a decision. A daily decision to step into discomfort, to act despite fear, to grow beyond limits. Because the day you control fear, you control your life.